Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about once you are healed, how you are going to begin to recognize triggers in others. So, I'm going to tell you about a situation that happened with me recently. Um, I was in a grocery store and I was in line, and there was a gentleman in the ahead of me, and he was at the end of the cashier was at the end of the transaction when he gave her some money. She counted $10 over what he had actually given her, and he was really annoyed that she it it was it appeared that he was annoyed that it was taking her so long to give him her change his change back. And so she set the money on the counter, and she began to count the money, and it was exactly what she had said, but she put in the cash register $10 over, and she couldn't comprehend how to fix that. And so at some point, as I watched the whole transaction, I watched the gentleman who was waiting for his change, I watched the cashier, and I also watched the bagger. And it was clear that the cashier was being triggered. The transaction was triggering her. And she began to shake. She began to touch her head. And I just politely said, ma'am, he's only due change. And he was like, I'm only due change, like with an attitude. And and at that moment, she really, really started shaking. Her heart began to race, and I could clearly see, and I can also recall times that that had happened to me, so I was able to recognize it through her. Um, after I told her, um, after I said to her, he's only due change, she said, "Oh, he's only due change," and she dropped it in his hand, and he said, he said, "Yeah, I was only due change," because she was counting back money, dollar bills, to give back to him. Um, and so after that, the gentleman walked away, and she turned to the bagger, and she was saying, "Please stop talking to me, cause I get confused when you talk to me." And she was really, really rude to him. And I can remember earlier in my journey when instead of taking accountability for where you are, you push it off on someone else. You try to make it someone else's problem instead of your problem. Um, I'm almost sure that she don't recognize that she's doing this based on her reaction to the gentleman. It appears to me that she's used to going off on people when they notice that she has a flaw, and she's trying to make up for certain things. Um, but like I said, I can remember on my journey, I would do that with my children. I would also do it. I would do that um, because someone called me out on something. I would, turn the situation negatively towards them. So I'm saying, as you go on your your spiritual journey, you once you get to that place where you're healed and you're ready to move on, you will definitely start um, seeing triggers in other people, And that will be your way of helping someone else out. You want to be loving and you want to be compassionate, because when she once she got to me, I really tried to speak life into her, because you can see. I was like, "How are you today?" She said, I'll be better. I'll be better once I leave here." And I just tried to calm her down a little bit, and speak life into her, while I was there. Um, I'm hoping that it, you know, my light impacted her somehow. Um, but I thought about her throughout the day, and I'm very grateful and very humbled for how far I am on my journey. I can see no way but up moving forward. So, again, thank you for coming to my channel. I'll see you on the next video.